We are going to make some Good Girl Moonshine. This is a glass jar.
I think it's
I
like
think
2
it's
liters.
64 ounces.
Or 2 liters. If you want to do metric stuff.
I don't metric.
Don't mind me, I'm just cleaning stuff in the kitchen for Catherine.
Actually, if he pans, you can kind of see all of the mess to the sides. Because I meal prepped earlier, but we had so many kids running around and the dishwasher was going. So I didn't film anything. And now I was like, do you want to film really quick? And he's like, sure. What are we taping? Good Girl Moonshine. So I eat a program called Trim Healthy Mama. It is this amazing way of eating that has completely changed my relationship with food. I lost 48 pounds. I put some of it on again since he came home, but it's coming back off slowly again, so that's all that matters. I know, slow. So, Good Girl Moonshine is one of their drinks. It's kind of abbreviated mostly because nobody writes out Good Girl Moonshine, so they just write GGMS. So I like to make mine a little bit differently than their recipe, just because I like lots of flavor in mine. So their basic recipe has apple cider vinegar, their sweetener, which is the super sweet blend, and ginger, and that's pretty much it. I like to mix it up a little bit, so I'm gonna use some raspberry zinger tea. I made 4 cups of raspberry zinger tea, so it just kind of adds a little bit more flavor. I know I'm so fancy. Also, if you've ever watched any of my other videos, I don't measure when I cook. I get asked frequently, what are the measurements for your chicken nugget recipe? Because my kids wanted chicken nuggets unless I make them from scratch. I don't know. I've never measured any of them. So this is generally 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar for the whole half of the gallon.
Looks like about 3.
Okay, well, 3. And
Use your own
then,
discretion.
yeah, I started out smaller. I started out with just a couple of teaspoons, and then I kind of worked my way up to where I drink quite a bit of apple cider vinegar throughout the day. It's really good for your gut health. I'm also really lazy. You're supposed to like make your own ginger paste.
You can buy it in a tube.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah. So I put just a glop. I'm almost out. A glop of ginger in here, or a couple of glops, whatever. And then to kind of make things a little yummier, a little more healthy, I do Baobab Boost Powder. It is a Trim Healthy Mama product that I purchased, and I use about a tablespoon of that. Again, work your way up to that because you don't want to start out with a full tablespoon. And then also add some sunflower lecithin. And then this one has its own designated teaspoon scoop. Like, it's so warm that there's no numbers on it anymore because it just always stays in the super sweet blend container. And I did 4 teaspoons, and I'll kind of mix and match. So like I may add more if I decide it's just not sweet enough for how I'm feeling that day. I'll add a little bit more. I gotta stir it. I forgot that thing.
4 teaspoons, not tablespoons.
So I found out today that apparently I have been making a recipe incorrectly for about 2 years.
I don't think it's been that long.
I've made it before, and I just never read it right. I was putting 4 tablespoons of butter into this particular recipe instead of 4 teaspoons of butter, which is why it was always a gloopy mess instead of, working. So I'm really excited. I'll have to show you guys how to make that one next time. This is kind of my own little concoction based off of their kind of basic recipe. All right, so after that, why is it wet? Is it leaking?
I don't know.
Anyway, after that, you fill this up the rest of the way with water and ice, and then you're ready to drink it, and I will drink this entire jug in one day.
In 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we've finally got it all filled up, I'm gonna give it another quick stir because I can actually see some of the chunks of ginger paste that didn't get mixed in. So I'll give it another good stir. And well, some of them are just not wanting to break up.
Do I need to get the drill?
No, we've got the... So he makes chocolate milk by putting the whisk for my hand mixer in his drill. And that's how he makes chocolate milk.
Hey. You've used it too.
That is true. But anyway, this is it. This is what I will drink tomorrow. And then I will make an orange creamsicle one here in just a minute. And welcome back again. Same video. Anyway, I'm gonna make my second half gallon of, this is not Good Girl Moonshine, this is just a sipper. So in Trim Healthy Mama, they really encourage you to stay very hydrated. So they have these all day sippers, and this is one of my favorite ones. It tastes like an orange creamsicle, which is amazing. So I make about I make a half gallon of it. I got the recipe from the Trim Healthy Mama Facebook group. Unfortunately, in my screenshot, I do not have the person's name, so I cannot credit them, but there you go. So, I made, this is 4 cups of the Celestial Seasoning Citrus Sunrise tea. This is one of my favorite teas. It is caffeine free. It is made all with delicious herbs and fruit peels and such. So there's orange peel, tangerine, blood orange. It's really delicious. You should definitely pick up a box. So I put ice in my jar, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pour in my tea like that. Okay. All right, so in this one, to keep it in the sipper category, it has to have very, very, very few calories. It basically counts as water. So because of that, I will actually measure out the almond milk that I will be putting in it. Because if I put too much almond milk, it actually gives it too many calories to be something that I can drink all day long. For the half gallon, I will only put half of a cup of almond milk. One of these times I'm gonna remember to actually measure out stuff before I start. Probably not though. Okay, so then I go ahead and I mix this in, which looks super pretty. Gotta make sure this is a super sweet blend. I'm gonna do 3 teaspoons of super sweet blend, because that's plenty. And then I'm gonna fill the rest up with water. And look at me, I remembered to do this one. I didn't use quite as much of a concentrate for the tea, so mine's a little bit kind of pale, but it's still really good. So I'm gonna go ahead, take a little drink, show you guys. I really like this one because it really does taste like a creamsicle. It just makes me happy that I get to drink something that tastes so good and it's still healthy for me. So, if you trim Healthy Mama or you've never heard of it before, check it out. They have a really cool website that they actually have a store in, so you can buy some of these amazing products. I'm not a coach. I don't make any money off of Trim Healthy Mama. This is just one mama kind of sharing something that's worked for me. So I hope that you enjoy and go make yourself some Good Girl Moonshine. Bye.
You want me to be in it?
You can.
What am I gonna do?
I don't know. You're just gonna walk around the night.
I'm too tall.
You are.
I have to be like back behind you.